Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between Gens and Darkness. This game taking place here on Autumn Leaves. Darkness has spawned as the red undead player over here on the top right hand side of the map. Meanwhile on the bottom left, Gens has spawned as the yellow night elf. Night elf versus human in a 1v1 matchup. Things are already getting underway. I'm gonna speed things up. Hopefully I'll be able to cast more games today. This is Undead versus Night Elf. Still don't see the altar, so it looks as though it will be a Tavern Hero. Coming back on the other side, it is going to be a Death Knight in this 1v1 matchup, just now hitting that 2-minute mark, 2 minutes 5 seconds. And the question now is, what type of hero is Gens going to be going for? Tavern already here, Metaphysics, and yep, this is the new Autumn Leaves, and it is going to be a Firelord. All right, Firelord first walking through the river here on Autumn Leaves, as the lava spawns are already going to be making its way out. You're going to see try to aggro that and now make uproot, and here we are. That lava spawn wants to get in damage to perhaps get in some splits. The lava spawn, I forget the number of times it needs to auto attack. I think it's 11, and then after 11 auto attacks, it is then allowed to split. If you give a Firelord free time to do those splits, things can actually go sideways quite a bit. Gens, however, needs to be careful. Ancient of War taking quite a bit of damage. There's that split right now, and the lava spawn does get a reset of timer on his life, but it is a little bit shorter. It is not a full timer here. If I wanted quality life improvements, I wish there would be some way you could hover over, similar to how you could hover over the Firelord. Dang it, I did not scroll there. You can hover over the Firelord in order to see how much time was left on that lava spawn. All right. Firelord first, Talisman of Evasion. You can see, I believe, did he summon a second lava spawn? Or where did he use up all of his mana? Not quite sure, as the Death Knight now running on down does have a sacrificial skull. He has set up an expansion of his own and sees that there's no pressure inside his base. Darkness, perhaps curious what's going on overall here, as an expansion of his own is being established. Slow was cast on that Firelord. Experience is going to be quite a bit of problem. The lava spawns are already down, and it looked as though there was some sort of abolish magic used onto some of those earlier lava spawns, hence the reason why his mana is so low and doesn't have any lava spawns out here onto the battlefield. Ancient of Wonders, quick cancellation there. Little bit of damage being added once more, perhaps trying to get some damage onto some of those fleeing units, and we're going to see that ghoul down to 115 hit points, absorbing quite a bit of damage. Death Knight does not have enough mana for a death coil, as the units are all retreating back with the benefit of that unholy aura. Back down to the south, skeletal minions trying to do a little bit of harassment, not going to get any real damage, just forcing Gens to do a little bit of micro. Meanwhile, skeletal warrior here has scouted out that location. Multiple archers doing piercing damage to all of these units once more. Auto attack no longer using up any mana. Their Circuit of Nobility will be picked up and get in a little bit more intelligence, which is exactly what the Firelord needs. Getting up to level 3, incredibly important. Level 2 lava spawns, and that much stronger and better overall, as the units are on the move, as the Death Knight now tries to dive on in and stop this Tree of Life. All right, in comes a detonation to remove that blight there, and also remove a little bit of mana. There's another detonation there as well. Lava spawns now out here onto the battlefield. Lava spawns do deal quite a bit of damage. You have to force them down. As you can see, that is a lot of damage right over there. There's an explosion as more damage already coming across. All right, Tree of Life is going to get canceled. Yes, it does. Another one gets taken down there, but that was a full-on reset. Once more, 1 or 2 more shots could finish it off, and yes, it does explode. Darkness losing ghoul after ghoul after ghoul in those auto attacks. Lava spawn quickly chasing after all of those targets there, trying to get in a little bit more damage, perhaps trying to do a little bit more of a split. Not going to be able to get it, as Gens now sets up the expansion for the second time. So much damage to be had. Death Knight now being forced to retreat back, only sitting at level 2 after all this time. And, well, is Gens going to be able... Yes, he does get a split. All right, so he gets a split on all of these units here. Most likely, they will not be able to split again. If I remember correctly, they need to just constantly be attacking if they want to split again once more. that is not going to be the case. Oh, that one is able to split. Oh, this is a new summoned one. All right, so that is a newly summoned lava spawn. It needs to be healed. It cannot take any more damage. It wants to split. It will also auto be healed as well as the Forest Troll Shadow Priest tries to get it back up. All right, there's level 4 now. There's going to be a split, and we're now going to be pressuring with 4 lava spawns. You can see as they split, they do a little bit of healing, and now Jens is in the position to really push pressure. However, no, Darkness going to be coming back around, trying to stop this expansion. All right, this is turning into a mercenary game already. 2 lava spawns already out. Necropolis could easily get taken down here. Going straight after the Ziggurat first. A Ziggurat going to end up getting destroyed. There it goes. Necropolis could get taken down right after this. No, going straight after the Nerubian Tower. Nerubian Tower suffering quite a bit of damage as the Healing Ward now being placed down. Acolytes may be forced to, come over to try and heal as the lava spawn is doing quite a bit of damage here as still more repairs are coming underway. Lava spawn's fairly well protected inside this inner spot here. Acolyte after Acolyte getting taken down. Perhaps going after the Necropolis would have been a better call as the Nerubian Tower, it was easily repaired. Death Knight sitting at level 2. Naga Sea Witch by its lonesome self going after some of those other units as well. There are 2 lava spawns. I thought there were 4 or 3 out there onto the battlefield for just a second as Jen continues the fight. Nice back and forth going around as the lava spawn going to be doing a forced retreat here. One Forest Troll Shadow Priest of Jen's does not get the memo that it needs to be just a little bit closer. Now trying to retreat all the way back. No expansion for Jens. Jens sitting at 29 supply compared to 37. He is a bit behind there. He does have higher level heroes. A level 4, a Firelord, and a level 1, nearly level 2, Naga Sea Witch. And, well, cold arrows coupled with all of that bonus attack from that Firelord does add up quickly as the Death Knight now tries to retreat back once more. Let's Soul Burn and Incinerate. All of those abilities there as the Firelord wanders around, perhaps trying to finish off some more of these units here, hoping to use the lava spawns as a way to, well, absorb damage. You can see Purge, how much damage it did onto those units as the Death Knight comes in for a steal, gets a little bit of experience, and the Enraged Wildkin is going to be the main primary target. More damage getting added in. Lava spawn trying to retreat back. Death Knight going to get perhaps a finishing blow right there as well. No, there's the denial once more as he denies the Archer as well. Firelord fighting friend or foe just to make sure foe does not get more experience and get stronger. All right, Enraged Wildkin absorbing quite a bit of damage. Lava Spawn still splitting up every which way. Those get melted down into a pool. Enraged Wildkin down to 129 hit points. More damage being added in once more. Enraged Wildkin only needs 1 more attack or 2 more attacks there as the Naga Sea Witch now sits at level 2. All right, going after the Enraged Wildkin. Darkness unable to easily kill it as we see a Talus, or was it Devotion? Or that was the item picked up there. All right, last Null Overseer, 28 supply compared to 50. Jens does not have that much gold. Picks up a Goblin Shredder to retreat back home with. So far, I am liking the new changes. It just is something new to look at the very least. Really, what I rarely actually examine and actually talk about the map in detail. I'm more focused on the game and what is happening here, and this game is just absolutely entertaining with, well, a Firelord first, as something rarely ever seen, and now we may be able to get into level 3 lava spawns. However, how effective is that going to be as we are already teching to tier 3 by Darkness and going into Destroyers? Destroyers will devour up those lava spawns and they will be absolutely delicious, dealing so much damage to them and replenishing their hit points, and also allowing them to deal bonus damage to these, well, heavy armored units. Heavy armored units take additional damage from magic, as you remember, and with that said, well, they're not going to be able to stick around for very long. Popular on this map, aggressive playstyle there. There's another Moonstone. There's another Clarity Potion. Naga Sea Witch may want a Clarity Potion as well. No, opts not to get it. So double heroes here. We are we are only at Tree of Ages. Once more, Skeletal Maidens doing a little bit of scouting, sees that there is one Ancient Protector. Death Knight finally out here on the battlefield, does have a Lich nearby, and that Lich is going to be getting up to level 2 very easily. And well, once you get to level 2, level 3 is not far behind, allowing for that level 2 Frost Nova. Firelord looking to finish things off more again. Lava Spawn really absorbing a lot more damage than it perhaps wanted to. A little bit of missing attacks onto that Enforcer. It looks as though it will get not get the chance to actually split any longer unless it tries to go after a heavy creep camp. We're looking at 35 supply compared to 59. Darkness seems to have this game as soon as he is willing to pull the trigger and, well, engage against his opponent. That is just going to be a matter of time. I don't see any real tech that shows what Jens is trying to build up for his army for this next encounter. Level 2.9 on the Lich, very close to level 3 Orb of Corruption, perhaps being hand-delivered by the Death Knight here in just a moment as we are already at Black Citadel. Alright, Death Knight with that Unholy Aura, forced to do a FedEx Amazon Prime delivery, drop off in the middle of a fight wherever you are, and, well, ready to move on out here. Going after the Granite Golem here. The Lava Spawn actually absorbing quite a bit of damage, trying to finish off that Dire Wolf. He does get there. Level 3 now on the Naga Sea Witch, as the Firelord is purposely just trying to cause a little bit of padding problems here. Now the Lava Spawn does want to back away. He wants to do a split. He doesn't want to try to absorb all of that damage. Nope. Apparently he does, as the Granite Golem now going after the Forest Troll Shadow Priest. Hood of Cunning, final item here. Firelord should actually be backing off to give that Naga Sea Witch a little bit more experience, but decides to stick around and stay nearby. No Scrolls of Town Portal. Death Knight now ready to swarm on in. By the way, you saw how many players are missing from... I did not see how many players are missing from the DreamHack open land. It was supposed to be a really, really big event, and I was really looking forward to catching it, and did not hear about how many players were missing. So, yeah. Have there been any walk-ins? Kind of ruined the... Have there been any walk-ins? Noticeable walk-ins coming on in? All right, there goes another Moonwell once more. Obsidian Statue, thank you for the follow, as the Obsidian Statues now try and retreat back here. Firelord was attempting to do a flank from the north, and Jens, with a rather small army, trying to engage up against a larger army. He does have Ancient Protectors here. Moonwells are still being built, and here in comes the fight. Plenty of Crypt Fiends out here onto the battlefield to go up against the Dryads, and the Dryads are just going to end up falling apart to those Crypt Fiends, and the Naga Sea Witch, well, of Darkness falls at level 1 just because of the high-level heroes. Ghouls now causing some problems here. Firelord getting in some nice explosion damage, and those ghouls are just starting to explode up on top of each other. That is causing a bit of a problem. 45 supply compared to 64, as the Lava Spawn could turn back around and try to get some damage onto those, well, chasing units. Firelord gonna get a little bit more mana, needs to use a Moonstone as well, but the Ancient of Wonders was taken down. Repairs are underway as we're getting in a little bit more attacks once again. All right, in comes a little bit more damage. There's gonna be that Devour Magic that I mentioned earlier. There goes another explosion of a ghoul. Level 3 going up against a level 5, level 3, almost level 4, as the level 1 Naga Sea Witch has been taken down. Level 4 on the Naga Sea Witch now, as the units are attempting to retreat. Jen's doing a great job fighting with a smaller army, going up against Darkness and trading surprisingly well. As long as he's trading 1-to-1, he actually comes out ahead, since he is, well, he was not in low upkeep. All right, that Lava Spawn just really wants to become experienced for the Death Knight and the Lich, as you see right there, as the Obsidian Statues now back up once more. Jens does have a Healing Ward, continuing this pressure once again. Here we are going into this fight, perhaps going after the Crypt Fiend. Death Knight easily got off a Death Coil right there. Dryad going to get taken down. Level 4 now on the Lich over the Death Knight, as another Dryad gets taken down. Level 4 now on the Death Knight here. Staff of Preservation saving the Nagas, or saving a unit there. What unit was it? A Dryad, it appears, as more Dryads are still joining in on this battle. All right, coming back through Naga Sea Witch. Wait, there are stand-ins, but colorful 120 colorful Lin Romantic. Wow, they're missing. That is quite a surprise. All right, coming back the other way, Ancient of War getting taken down. More pressure still moving on in. Not a Firelord actually coming in from the other side, perhaps trying to save a little bit of protection. 49 supply compared to 77. Darkness doing a great job and being able to amass up a very large army. Meanwhile, Firelord continuing the fight here, going to perhaps use a potion of invulnerability to try and stay alive a little while longer. There it is, as the Naga Sea Witch falls at level 1 again. All right, 64 supply compared to 43. Both sides fighting there every which way. Firelord could be in a little bit of trouble. His potion of invulnerability has come to an end, trying to use Dust of Appearance to see if any burrows were hidden in the ground, but no such luck there. Ancient Protector able to offer protection to the Naga Sea Witch. Naga Sea Witch was low on hit points, forced to pop a potion of invulnerability, or an invo potion, as the Lich and the Death Knight continue to place pressure here. Replenishment potion on the Death Knight. Moonstone being used once more as the units try and regroup. Gens final or going into low upkeep again. His expansion will end up being destroyed here if he is not careful. But then again, if he dives in and is not careful, he could lose the game outright. Destroyers not even bothering to engage here. All right, here in comes the attack. There is one healing ward. Units are trying to make their way over Fork Lightning, trying to burst in some damage. And there is a little bit of silence there as we can see some damage. A lava spawn actually taking down a destroyer as the fight is still raging through. 42 supply compared to 63. This is important to note, is that the lava spawns don't actually count towards supply. So if there are 2 or 3 lava spawns out here onto the battlefield, things might actually tip in favor of Gens. With those lava spawns, if we can actually get a proper split. Now, Jen's also very close to level 6 on that Firelord. Is he actually going to perhaps go for Volcano as another Cryptwing gets taken down? All right, Volcano could spell some problems, a lot of damage, perhaps a lot of stuns. No real way to stop this channeled ability of the Firelord as the Cryptfiends are just starting to fall left and right. 37 supply compared to 51 as the strength of the heroes are starting to pull through just a bit more. Ancient Protector still fighting away here. 41 supply compared to 60. Gens sitting on 2 bases, getting the full 20 gold a second compared to 14 gold a second, as Darkness has been in low upkeep throughout this match. All right, the sustaining damage of the Firelord's auto attack, coupled with the burst damage of the Fork Lightning from the Naga Sea Witch, really taking a big toll on Darkness. That damage normally that single target heal is enough for the Death Knight to keep the Cryptfiends alive, but that high triple target damage from the chain, or from that Fork Lightning, pretty much puts a lot of units into that orange or even that red zone, and making it difficult for the Death Knight to choose which target he really wants to heal. With that said, though, a nearly level 5 Death Knight with level 3 Death Coil can fully heal up completely overheal a Cryptfiend if it gets low on hit points. That does become a bit of a problem here in just a moment. Most of the favorites, except Happy, Moon, and Focus, replacements not quite up to par, to be honest. Sorry for sick game. Yep, super. Was really hoping to see some really big names. You know, it's the first LAN event in ever since first big LAN event, I think, since DreamHack Anaheim. And I was hoping that this could revitalize WarCraft 3 in-person events, perhaps hosting another one in Anaheim, which I could definitely take off the time and go to, but that just doesn't seem to be the case. 50 supply compared to 75. Gens still sticking to the strategy, using items and purposely staying in no upkeep. Meanwhile, Darkness is now going after this Granite Golem. Will pick up a Hood of Cunning of his own, agility and intelligence, giving that quickly to the Lich, who now has plus 15 auto attack damage and a faster attack speed because of that bonus agility, plus 8 agility there. Damage could spell some big problems. Meanwhile, a Tree of Life was trying to be built right next to a haunted gold mine, and that's quickly going to get cleaned up. WarCraft 3 just can't seem to catch a break. All right, 80 supply over 90. Dryads. Oh, Volcano from behind the wall here, and here we go. Buildings absolutely getting destroyed. Scroll of Town Portal. It looks as though the Nerubian Tower could get taken down, and it does get taken down. That little bit of channeling difference right there. Acolytes could have been destroyed. No, not destroyed. Very low on hit points, but because of that blight, we're able to stick around. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability keeping the Naga Sea Witch alive, at least for now. Staff of Preservation sends it all the way home. Instantaneous delivery. Firelord being forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal as the Naga Sea Witch is sitting at level 2. Lich trying to get some sort of departing damage. Frost Nova, not an available ability. All right, taking down multiple buildings there, forcing Darkness to rebuild those ziggurats, as he is now upside down on supply, 80 over 60, taking down 3 buildings. And if he would somehow taken down an acolyte or two, that would have been a very big difference. But unable to, well, get that last bit of damage. Firelord, another about 2 minutes for a little, yeah, about another 2 minutes. Is he going to pick up a clarity potion? No, down to 217 mana. Not using a clarity potion, instead use the Moonwells. Not, oh, now we are now going into Nightfall. Yes, we are. Nightfall right there, as the Moonwells will be filling up, and now the Death Knight able to, well, force a cancellation here at the natural expansion. Meanwhile, Lava Spawn here going to get in some damage. However, those Acolytes are on Blight, will be able to heal up easily. Death Knight, Lich, Naga Sea Witch. This game feels like it can still go any which way. 60 over 60 supply. Crypt Fiends are right there. Destroyers are there. Well, mass Crypt Fiends to deal with all of the Dryads. And here we are. Here we go. Bears now out here onto the battlefield, ready for an engagement. Firelord already in a bit of trouble, being forced to retreat all the way back. Crypt Fiends trying to get in a lot of that damage as the Abominations are making their way through. Triple Crypt Fiends, I believe, getting taken down right there as the units are now trying to retreat back. So much chasing after the Firelord. And is that actually going to work out for Darkness? Gens able to pluck a lot of these units as they're traveling on by. Are we going to see a Fork Lightning right there? Yeah, the Scroll of Healing was used in time, but the Firelord was taken down at level 6. All right, Firelord has fallen at level 6. Damage is adding back up. Where is the Naga Sea Witch? Naga Sea Witch was on the far side here. Is it going to be able to get in a little bit more burst damage as well? There's a quick roar trying to finish off some of those units. Fork Lightning could take down more units. There goes another Crypt Fiend, and another Crypt Fiend going to bite the dust as well. Naga Sea Witch down to 340 hit points. Moonwells are pretty much bone dry as the Naga Sea Witch down to 80 hit points, down to 52 hit points. Is it going to get a final shot off? No, it is not able to get away. There's some more Fork Lightning as Crypt Fiend after Crypt Fiend falling. 47 supply compared to 45. They were looking at the Death Knight trying to finish off the Naga Sea Witch. Goblin Shredder can join in on the battle here as well. Finishes off a Crypt Fiend easily and still wandering around. Moonwells doing quite a bit of healing. Are we going to see an Ancient of Wonders? Yes, Potion of Healing as well, as the units are just wandering on by. Ancient of Wonders joining in on the battle. Level 6 now on the Naga Sea Witch. Bears able to get in so much damage, and Darkness really did a little bit too much. And now we see was that Mana Shield? It looks like Mana Shell. And a Mana Shield absorbing quite a bit of damage, saying, you know what, I can stick around here. I can absorb mana quite easily. What are you going to do about it? Are you really going to try and focus me down as the rest of your army is getting destroyed so easily? Goblin Shredder continuing that battle here. Naga Sea Witch says, fine, I'll turn off my Mana Shield, and now you may end up losing your Lich. I still have a full surround. And Darkness being forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal to save his Lich and get out of this sticky situation. Undead really over-focusing on those heroes as Metaphysics mentioned. I mentioned it before. There was so much focus on the Firelord that Darkness, not realizing Jen's army was just slowly picking at those units. If you are moving in Warcraft 3, you are not attacking. And if you are not attacking in Warcraft 3, well, you're taking a lot of damage. And that just seems to be the case here. Level 6 Naga Sea Witch, level 6 Firelord, now venturing out. We see the effectiveness of a volcano. The volcano could easily take down this expansion here, even though there's only a minute of mining left. Down to the south here, there's still plenty of time to mine, as Jens has also moved his Tree of Eternity off to the north and is now fully entangled at the natural expansion. All right, with all of that said and done, Firelord taking this time and opportunity to clear out some additional creep camps just for the extra gold. Cloak of Shadows, 50 gold being left behind, not quite sure why. Perhaps just a mistake there, as the Naga Sea Witch now makes his or her way off to the north. Level 5 Death Knight, level 5 Lich, level 5 Lich, level 5 Naga Sea Witch, 61 supply compared to 48. And with the sudden appearance, what is going to end up going down? Firelord could come back around. It's going to easily spot this, but do you actually bother using Volcano on a base that isn't really worth saving at this point? All right, yes, you do, because the cooldown still makes sense. 3 minutes if you're able to, well, transition somewhere else nicely after all of this. Since there is mainly dryads in this composition, there's not enough, well, not enough damage against these buildings. Hit and run tactic once more, taking a play out from the Orc playbook as the Crypt Fiend unable to finish off that Dryad there. Meanwhile, Naga Sea Witch off to the north, able to finish off all of the Acolytes and still wandering back around. Very fast attack speed on that Naga Sea Witch and very high damage indeed, still looking to wander around easily. All right, there's a quick burrow onto that Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend still has its head in the sand, trying to back away, unable to be saved even after that full 600 or full heal. More damage going to be coming back on through. Bear's going to try to engage 64 supply compared to 53. Jens now has the supply lead as well, as well, once more Darkness focusing after the Firelord. Firelord says, you know what, I have a potion of lesser invulnerability that your Naga Sea Witch doesn't. Let's go ahead and just add more damage again and again. More obsidian statues actually being trailed in from behind. Staff of Preservation saves the Firelord as the obsidian statue now trying to retreat back away. The cold arrows of the Naga Sea Witch going to make retreating near impossible, as it does end up going into the air and getting fully healed back up. There's some Devour magic, and it is once more healed again. Firelord fully getting back into decent hit point category. We're going to look at a big engagement as the destroyers are now trying to dive on in. Turning back around, little bit of damage. Lava Spawn now out here onto the battlefield. No real Devour magic, as the Bears are now trying to go after the Crypt Fiends. All right, battling all across the board. 73 supply compared to 37. Jens looks like he has this game in the bag, as long as he doesn't lose his heroes or over-focus his enemy heroes, continuing to do what he's been doing, taking down these Crypt Fiends easily and making sure that there is no easy targets. And well, just gaining more and more experience. Level 7 now on the Naga Sea Witch. Naga Sea Witch continuing to fight back and forth. Death Knight gonna end up taken down. Potion of Invulnerability there. Darkness is just chasing after units, hoping to get a kill, but not quite yet. Darkness was in a commanding lead throughout that game, but Jens able to maximize and capitalize on Darkness being stuck in low upkeep. Darkness continued to use a lot of his items or a lot of his gold at the shop, even though and sometimes you may feel like, hey, let me just bank up some gold and then be able to burst into low upkeep. That is one way to do it, but Darkness here often just had a lot of items, and those items, when they are used, do have an immediate impact on the game, as we saw here. I want to say thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below.